Well, hello again to Minecraft Dad with me, Paul J. Now today we are building a Evil Lair that any supervillain would feel at home at. It's a cool little build. I'm going to show you how to build the structure and also some of the cool little gadgets. We've got some redstone doors and lots of command goodies. So I'm just going to give you a quick little tour. We've got these cool little security cameras that follow you around. Gotta admit, they are quite creepy. Both of them just follow you around at the same time. I'm going to step in this little plate here and I should open my door. Now that recognises me and no other player. So that closes behind you. I'm just going to go to my little iris scanner here. So those lasers go off. Gives me a nice little welcome back. And then that should, on a timer also, to switch back on. Just going to go past the lava field. Don't want to fall in there. And then we got the nice little big structure ahead of us. So let's go into a little entrance hall. So lots of suits of armour in various poses with different axes and swords. Of course, that's also mirrored on this side as well. So we're going to go up to the first set of stairs to the first floor. A bit more of a viewing platform. You can view down into the hallway. This is also mirrored on the other side as well. I'm going to go up the second set of stairs to the main room, and ahead of me is a nice little throne. What supervillain wouldn't like to sit on his throne and observe his lair and his world around him? So we've also got a cool little fish tank. I haven't got any sharks unfortunately, so the next best thing. I put some like evil squids in there. And there's our little conference table for meetings with your minions. There's some little maps of my secret lair around to contemplate world conquest. This is a little command center. This switches all these little redstone goodies on. So the first one, so that's my lighting. Works off commands. And that switches them off. I won't use that one. We'll go to the second set of commands. Now this switches on my ceiling fans. Even the most self-respected supervillain has to keep cool even in the hottest summer. So they're quite cool. They all turn around in sequence. So we'll turn them off. So they're off now. And this is my favourite feature. This is my secret door and portal. So this should take you to a secret room. So we've got those cool little particles there going off. So we'll go for the step through the door. And now we're in this cool little security hallway. So let's deactivate those lasers. So those should turn green, telling me it's safe to go through. Of course, if you're in survival, that will kill you. Let's turn this atmospheric lighting on. Right, now we need to get past here. In survival, this will kill you as well also. So we need to make sure they're switched off, so we can't get past those iron doors. So let's put our code in. And we'll only open with these order of switches. So let's turn the instant death command off. Spikes off. And we've got a secret nether portal. We've got another iris scanner here. Welcome back, Bullock 82. And then we've got our little end portal to the end world. So let's press this button here to get out. Tells me goodbye. Now, I'm just going to quickly reset all these security features. Of course, we don't want anybody, if they work out to get back in here, to switch the spikes on. Let's make sure that nobody comes down here, gets out of here alive. Unless it's me. Let's turn this lighting off. Like so. Hit our lasers. They should turn back to red. There we go. Let's get out of here. And now we'll turn our secret portal off. Press that button there. That should go down. And the particles just take that little bit extra longer to disappear. Right, let's get out. It's there. Doors back open. And they close behind me as well also. Right, so let's build this thing. Right, so first things first, let's build the outline. In groups of 5. So we just built it up a little bit now and added some extra detail around the sides, creating a little bit of a sort of fortress or a castle-y feel. We'll fill it in with these cool little quartz blocks. So let's add some height to the first floor. See, they set these pillars up to create the boundary for our first floor. We'll create some little rooms on the side there. A little staircase that connects these two little sections. Now we'll start to create the second floor. Extend those pillars up, add some extra details on the side. And then extending the height of the second floor. Also building some little corridors on the second floor, and we're extending these stairs up to the third and main floor. So let's fill in the top of the third floor. Got a nice little appropriate little gap there for the stairs to go up. So it feels quite open. Right, so we're just going to create the large roof. So we want a nice open third floor. We also need lots of room to throw our little gadgets in as well. So that's going to create a nice little big open window space there. So it's going to let a lot of light in. Right, so I think that's going to be the height of the third floor, and we'll be also using that as a guide for the roof as well. Done the same on the sides and the rear there. We should be able to start building the roof in a sec. So I'm just started building our roof here. Just need to finish this back section off as well, and we also need to put some glass in there as well. Starting to look nice on the inside on that third room. Right, so we just added some glass. We're going to leave those front sections without glass there. So we just have a 360 view round. Starting to look quite nice. It's like a sort of a mixture between a sort of fort and a stately home / evil lair. we just go in. With an atmospheric hallway. So we've got this first section on the ground floor. There's a little corner room. And of course that's mirrored again on the other side. Got these cool little back windows here. Up the first set of stairs to the first floor. Again, goes across this staircase, the same on the other side. You can also look down onto the ground floor. And if we go up the main stairs then, into the main room. And we've got a nice little open space now that we can play with. So we're just going to move on to the commands now. Make sure that you have also coordinates on. As you can see, I just built a little cross beams across there with some redstone lamps on. So when we press this little button here, it's going to switch on all these redstone lamps. I'm doing this with a set block command. So turn that off as well. That switches them off. So I'll show you how to do these briefly. So to switch them on again. And we've got here, as you can see, it's placed a redstone block here, which is set off these different sets of command blocks. So the first one, obviously there, is setting a redstone block there in the middle. And the second one, setting off a redstone block there also on that second section. So there's enough power there to basically power all those redstone lamps. And then when we switch that button on there, it sets another redstone block there, which sets the second set of circuits off. So that's the second set of coordinates there, which runs into that block. And then those two. So it gets rid of the other redstone blocks. There, so they disappear. And then that final one gets rid of the original redstone block. So it resets the whole thing. There. Right, so I'm going to show you now how to do the ceiling fans. So we're going to be using clone commands for this. This is a little small scale one. That's one of the little ceiling fans going off. Turning around, looks quite cool. So I'll turn that little switch off, which is connected to an observer block into those three clone commands. So essentially we're just cloning the coordinates of three separate ceiling fans in different positions. And then we're cloning them into that position there. So the third set of coordinates is the position where the fan is animated. So I've created multiple fans. So when we switch that on, that's also another set block. So it's going to set off the contraptions to make this work in another location. So then it's all spinning around nicely. So they're stopped there now because where I set that redstone block is quite a bit of a distance away. And I can see if I walk back that way, they switch back on. It's just the limitations of the game, but that switches it completely off. So when I walk up that way, they don't come back on. So let's switch that back on and I'll show you how this works. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different sets of fans going off there. They're different, and they're all cloning to different positions within that main house. So to switch it on, it just puts the redstone block there, which activates the whole thing. So we switch that off, they all deactivate. And if we put that redstone block back there, they all back activate again. Now the third set of commands are my secret sort of passageway, sort of slash portal slash door. So a little animation when that door comes up, and then some little particles get switched on. And then a teleport command, so when you go through, teleport into the secret lair. I'll only briefly explain these. Tutorial links to the description for various tutorials are available. So that laser beam tutorial, if you check the description, there's a link for that. Of course, there's the lighting. Of course, we've got the spiky doors. Instant death. So spikes on and off buttons. And of course the eye scanner, there's also a link in the description for how to make this as well. So when you walk up to that, it detects you and it opens the door and closes it behind you. And also when you press the button to leave, it also displays an exit message as well. And of course then you can switch this off. Just a little animation where that door goes down. And also those particle effects get switched off. Right, so we're also using clone commands here to achieve the similar effect. So that little block there, so this is the on, and we're just going to get the obviously the positions of that bottom corner and that top corner, and create a little animation at each of those stages there. So obviously at the bottom, that's it going off. So these are the commands, so going on. So we're just cloning it from the smallest position there, the second position there, the third position, and that position. Of course, we're cloning it to those coordinates inside the house. And then we got this command here. So we're testing for block, we're testing for obsidian. So when you walk, it's testing for obsidian inside the house. So if it's detecting that obsidian, it's running then this conditional chain command, which is a particle command for the crop growth emitter, just for the different positions there. So you need all them to work. Be careful how many particles you do run though, because it does glitch your game. And then this is testing for those coordinates. So when you walk on those coordinates, it's just testing for the player at that position with a radius of 1 at the end. And if it's detecting you at those positions, it's teleporting you to a different position in the game. Of course, that little hallway, all those little gadgets, and this is in a different area of my game. I've built it before for my Tardis tutorial. Also, the link for that is also in the description. So that's the obsidian I was mentioning. So when you walk on that position, when the portal is active, it teleports you. And then this is the off. So when we press the off button, it sets these little set blocks off here. So it gets rid of that there, and then runs these commands, which is basically the animation in backwards, running backwards. So biggest to smallest. And the last one is filling it with air. Once it's all gone, and then the final command is get rid of that initial set block command, so it resets the whole thing. So now we just need to work on the outside. So I just built a redstone door, a bit of a big one. There's a tutorial. There's a link in the description for the tutorial to provide doors. So if we just add a redstone block there, close the door, and then that opens it, and then we're going to have also a laser scanner as well, a laser door. It's going to work off these little redstone coordinates here, which is going to use an execute command. Underneath those lasers, they're minecarts. So essentially what these commands do, it executes at type minecart and runs a particle command at those positions above the minecarts, and an instant damage command at the end to kill you if it's on. So if we break a block under there, as you see a little minecart running back and forth. So the first set is doing it 2.5 blocks above, 3.5 blocks above, etc, etc. So I'm also just putting some security cameras here. I'm being a bit lazy, I'm not building it, it's from the previous build. So just put that there with a structure block. As you can see, that little camera's following around. So I'm just going to position another one here. So we're going to have a pair of them. So I'm just going to load up my safe structure security camera. So if you look at it, it's going a bit mental. It's because I need to essentially edit this and create a new little armor stand to make this work. I'll show you how it works now. So if let's go into these commands first of all and switch the states to off. So we'll just stick them off to these redstone just to stop them working. So I'm going to get myself a armor stand. So I'm just going to get my armor stand, place it there. So I'm just going to put a wither zombie head, with a skeleton skull actually, on top of this armor stand. So let's place it on there. And we want it positioned so it's going to look down at an angle, but we also need another armor stand here. We're going to need an eye of Endor. There we go. And we place that in his hand there. So just having it look in the right direction. There we go. Now we need to label these differently to the other one. So I'm just going to get an anvil. Got ourselves an anvil and a name tag. So let's put our anvil down, get our name tag. Let's get our roll tag up here and relabel that body 5 and make that and we relabel that body 5, get our name tag there. We're going to label that lens 5. You'll see why in a moment. Yeah, that's now labelled. Now I'll show you how these commands work. So we're going to go into our first set of commands, which is a teleport command, entity name equals body 2. So that, we don't want that body 2, that's why that was not working properly last time. We're going to change that to 5, and that's going to teleport that armor stand to that position, which is going to be above that lever or by that lever. And it's also got a facing at player command, so when you move it follows you round. So as you can see, that it's positioned nicely there. second one. This is going to be our lens. So it's a similar command, just a slightly different position. We're facing our player command as well, so we'll just label that lens 5. Of course, these are need to be state in an always active state, so they're always working. So as you can see now, the eye is placed on top of that with a skull. There's 2 armor stands there falling around, so we just need to make them invisible now. So if we go into that one, so it's an effect command, identity named body 2, and then visibility then 1 space 1 true. So just change that to body 5 and always active. So one of those armor stands is now gone, is invisible. And we do the same for the other one. So the lens, so sim command, just need to change that to lens 5. Always active. And there we go, they've both disappeared, and now we're just left with that little with a head with the eye of Endo on, and it looks a perfect little security camera. So just going to create our little lava pit here. So I've used a fill command just to fill those areas with air, create a little security wall around that, because we're going to fill these areas up with lava. Well, just on the other side as well. And if you've noticed, I've also extended that laser door section upwards. It looked a bit stupid. It's set at 3 blocks, we've set that to 5 blocks. So I just need to, there we are, expand that out, and we're going to fill that all up with lava now, with a pathway in the middle. There we are. So just use the fill command to fill those areas up with lava. Very nice. And I've also created a little wall there that subdivides the entrance to this lava area. Right, so we just need to make these areas automatic now. As you can see, there's 5 blocks high. I've added an eye scanner, which gives a display message and switches off and back on. So these blocks are running this here, so into a repeat block, so it's testing for a player at that position, which is the position right next to that observer block, like so. And when it's detecting the player at that position, it's testing for myself, into that comparator, into that repeater, into this command block. So it's running then a title command, welcome back Paul McShay, and then a set block air to get rid of that, to switch it off. So we want to get rid of that redstone block. And then we're going to have a large section of delay, and then place that redstone block back on, so it just switches the laser beams back on. And now I've also made this door automatic as well, so when we step on there, it opens back up. Similar sort of thing, then there'll be a delay, and then it'll close behind itself. And to get out, I've also created another block there, so it opens back up when you on your way back out, and then closes itself back up. So we've got 2 sets of commands here, basically doing the same thing as that first set of commands. So it's testing for the player, testing for myself, set block air, delay, and place the redstone block back again. So it's detecting me at this block here. As you can see, that redstone block is already there, so when I move over there, it disappears and the door opens. Right, so we just need to make some interior details now. But any good supervillain needs a shark tank or a fish tank full of dangerous creatures. And we've also created a little table with some item frames and some maps in of this current map. In this case, it's my house. So your evil minions can discuss some security for your secret lair and taking over the world. I've also made a little makeshift form, and also added some armor stands and some diamond and gold armor. I'm going to stick some weapons and pause them in various stages. So just scatter them out all along the bottom floor, just in specific order. So that's it for now. If you like what you saw, hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao for now.